Hey guys, welcome to Deborah's Tutorials. Today I just wanted to get on here right quick. I had to do a little mason jar, so I figured I'd do a tutorial as I was doing it. So we're going to be doing a little frosted mason jar. I got this mason jar from, where did I get this one from? I got this one from JP Plus. That's where I got this one from. So I just wanted to throw some a little lemon something on here, a little lemonade sand or something on here. And I am also going to be doing a topper for this one as well, the ice topper. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and show you what I had been working on. All right. So I do all my designing in a program called Vinyl Master. And this is the design that I came up with. I'm going to enlarge it so you guys can see it. And this is what I'm going to be putting on my mason jar. So I measured my mason jar. I'm not doing a full wrap on it because I will be doing this one in the convection oven. And I'm going to be using the silicone wraps like you use for your coffee mugs. So I measured mine and I want it to only come around to about 7.5 inches. As for the height, I believe the height that I want it to be is 3.5. Let me remeasure that just to make sure. Yeah, I want the height on this one to be 3.5. So once I finish my design and design in my Vinyl Master, I then will export this and save it. I'm going to be saving mine as a PNG, so I'm going to save this one as Sweet Tea. Little screen comes up. I like to bump up my DPIs. I don't know if it really matters much, but when printing, you want to make sure that your images are the quality, the DPI is no less than 300. So I like to play with mine and bump it up a little bit, see if it makes a difference. So now I'm going to be going into my Photoshop. Um, and I've already brought the design in Photoshop. Well, actually, let me close that out so you guys can see how I did that. What I do is I'm a big fan of drag and drop. So I go and find my files, which is here, and I'm going to drag and drop it into Photoshop. When I do that, my image is already sized. I don't have to worry about sizing anything. So now I'm going to send this one to the printer. To print, I go to File and Print, or you can hit Control P. Today I'm going to use my Epson 4700 to print this one. I want to go here, double check my print settings. It's going to be printing on 8.5 by 11 paper. Using Craft and Besties paper today, so it's going to be premium presentation paper matte. High quality, print preview, because I want to see it before it prints to make sure it's good. Printing from using Photoshop color settings, so I make sure my color settings on my printer are off, no color adjustment, so they're off. Also going to make sure that the printer automatically mirrors my image, so I have mirror set. Now I'm going to come over here to my Photoshop. I'm actually going to change the paper, see if I can print it. Yeah, okay. So since I have the print preview set, I changed my paper from landscape to portrait. This design will fit on one piece. So I'm going to move it up so I can save some paper. Got Photoshop managing my colors. I'm using Craft and Besties paper with the Cosmos ink color profile. I want to make sure that absolute colorimetric is set and match print colors is set. Now I'm going to send this one to the printer, preview it. That's what it's going to come out looking like, and we're printing. Now in the meantime, while that is printing, I am going to show you guys the, I want to show you guys the topper. I actually want to show you the topper that I'm going to be using for this one. I didn't think about the tutorial before I went ahead and poured my topper, but I'm just going to show you that I used my Pro Art. This is regular epoxy right here. This is not the UV epoxy for making my bases. And the reason why I'm using regular epoxy in the bases is because I went ahead and put the magnets inside the base. If you can see it right there. I actually put the magnets inside. And I'm a little extra, so I made me a little logo thing. Oh, can you guys see it? I made me a little logo thing, and I actually set it inside the middle of the epoxy. And then I covered it. So that magnet is down at the bottom. And this right here is just a little 1/2-inch silicone mold. It was actually a measuring cup that I had got. I believe I got it from Walmart. Not sure. But I think I did. I think I got these from Walmart. And I just mixed up some epoxy. I placed 2 magnets down in the bottom. Then I poured epoxy in. Poured a little bit of epoxy in. And then I put my little logo on there. That logo I printed on, what is it? The clear, this is what I use. The clear transfer film, the inkjet quick dry. No need for sealing this. So that's what I use for, I printed that on and I just stuck it in the center so it's not going to run. There's a lot of bubbles in there, so I'm going to need to bust some of those bubbles. So I'm going to actually get my little torch. And my torch. And I'm just going to bust some of the bubbles. Especially the ones that's on top. There's one setting up underneath there, but I'm not going to worry about that one. Hopefully that one will come out. It's going to be covered with ice, so we're not going to see it anyway. You might see it coming through the top when you take the topper off of the lemonade. But yeah. All right. So my design has printed out. Here it is. If you can see it. And I'm just going to cut that out. All right. So I have a cutting board. I'm going to move right over to the side and cut this off. All right, guys. So I went ahead and I did cut it out. So now just going to clean my mason jar with alcohol. It's a good idea to clean all of your substrates that you're going to be subbing on. If you're doing t-shirts, it's good to sub anything you're pressing on the heat press. It's pretty much best to clean everything with your a lint roller. If it's anything like t-shirts, whatever it is that you're doing, it's best to clean or lint roll to get all the particles off so it doesn't leave any spots. All right. So I cleaned it with the alcohol. I'm now going to place my image. So I'm going to wrap it. And I'm just trying to eyeball it, make sure hopefully it's going to be straight. I want to move it up a little bit. All right. And I want to make sure that I have an even amount of space in between from the handle. So this one I have a little bit too much on the left side. So I'm moving it just a little bit, shift it a little bit. And that looks about even to me. So now I'm going to tape. I'm going to run a piece of tape that way. And up here at the top. Then I'm going to make sure it's pulled nice and tight. And then I'm going to tape this side. All right. I'm going to use my little squeege and just make sure I have all air out. And even though I am going to be using the silicone wrap to make it tight, I'm just going to run a long piece around the top and the bottom of my image to make sure I don't have any issues with ghosting. So I'm just going to put a piece going around the top. Straighten out any air bubbles that I see. Push all the air bubbles up out the top while it seals the tape. And I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom, you guys. Now I should have turned on my convection oven right now, but I am getting ready to do that. Show you guys. I have the Ninja XL. I bake all of my stuff at 350 degrees. I'm going to set this for 20 minutes. I'll let it preheat for about 5. With it preheating, it should get to 350 degrees. This Ninja is pretty spot on as far as temperature. So if I set it at 350, it holds at 350. So we're going to let that run. And I have this one taped up, and I need to go around the bottom and push out all my air bubbles. And this is how I prevent ghosting around the tops and the bottoms. This goes for my tumblers as well. Okay. So it looks pretty tight. And I'm now going to get my silicone wrap. All right, this is the wrap I'm going to be using. Just like I'm doing a coffee mug, I got it wrapped. And slide through the hole and pull it and clamp it tight. And I'm then going to bake this in the convection oven for 12 minutes. So I'm not going to sit here and wait for the convection oven to heat up. I will come back on and do a part 2 after it comes out of the convection oven so you can see the results. All right, guys, thanks for watching.